So this is a call to order. The special board workshop of the Governing Board of Education is called to order by myself, Emil Barham. 4 p.m. on Monday, March 10th, 2025 at the Performing Arts Center at Great Oak High School. Approval of the agenda. Are there any requests for changes to the agenda? I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Lene, would you please call roll?
Schwartz?
Yes.
Wiersma?
Yes.
Komrosky?
Yes.
Barham?
Yes. The motion is adopted 4-0. In attendance this evening are myself, Emil Barham, Dr. Joseph Komrosky, Mr. Stephen Schwartz, and Mrs. Jennifer Wiersma. Let's please rise to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right there. Behind Lynette.
Put your hand over your heart. Hats off. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now we will proceed to the public comments section of the meeting, the one you've all been waiting for. So I just want to remind everyone, and I would like everyone to please listen to this. For special board meetings, which is what this is, public comments are restricted to only items listed on the special meeting agenda, which means all of the comments have to relate to girls field hockey. Okay. Public comments are allowed up to a maximum of 3 minutes per comment in the order received, to a maximum of 30 minutes per item for comments on agenda items or non-agenda items. Unless the item has been placed on the published agenda in accordance with the Brown Act, no action will be taken. No discussion will be made regarding personnel items in open session. All public comments are an essential part of the board meeting and are carefully considered by the governing board. So, Lene, how many comments do we have? 34. Okay, so we're going to take all of those comments at 3 minutes apiece. Okay. Okay, so we will go ahead and begin. Lene, can you call the first?
First up is Callie, followed by Haley Levins.
Callie Gartland. Good evening and thank you for this opportunity to speak. My name is Callie Gartland. I am a current junior at Great Oak High School and have played field hockey at the school since my freshman year. Field hockey has and will always be more than just a sport to me. It was my childhood, it is my family and friends, and it will be an experience I look back on with nothing but joy. When I was born, my mom was a college field hockey coach at Missouri State University, so I was practically born with a field hockey stick in my hands. I began traveling to tournaments with her as young as 3 months old, and when she needed a babysitter, the girl she coached would be her first thought. I really started playing field hockey, though, when I was 7 years old with the 79ers Temecula Field Hockey Club that was founded and is still based here in Temecula. I attended all of the summer camps I could, making so many friends of all ages. We would practice at Birdsaw Sports Park, which, if you are unfamiliar, is the park right over there. So this meant that a lot of the girls field hockey girls who played at the high school would also attend and play in the older division, and I would love to look up to them. These girls were my biggest inspiration, and they truly made me feel like I was part of the team despite being almost a decade younger than most of them. I'd braid their hair, cheer them on for every game I could attend, and even made a sign for my favorite player her senior year. I was a part of the team long before I was a freshman, which made the choice to try out my freshman year pretty much instant. Playing field hockey my freshman year opened up an infinite number of doors for me in all different ways. I met my best friend that I now consider my older sister. I learned to stay on top of my academics and was inspired to join clubs that field hockey upperclassmen were on the board of. My world has forever been changed, all because of the simple choice to pick up a field hockey stick and put on a pair of shin guards. This year, I began working as a volunteer coach with the 79ers Temecula Field Hockey Club and chose to give back to the club that has given me so much this past decade. Working with and inspiring the numerous middle and elementary schoolers that are here today to try their best not only in hockey but also in life is always the highlight of my week. Middle school girls who have spent years honing their field hockey skills in preparation to play not only high school but also college are having opportunities ripped away from them with the decision the district has made to cut our sport. That being said, I do not need you to save this sport from me. It has given me enough, and that is honestly more than I could have ever wished for. I do ask, though, that you save this sport for the 13-year-old, the 9-year-old, the 6-year-old, the 3-year-old. Show them that they are so much more than a number on a graph. Show them that their sport is valued. Show them that they do not deserve to be pushed around any longer. Thank you.
Followed by Katie.
Please state your name.
Haley Levins. Okay. At first, I'd like to begin what field hockey means to me. Field hockey isn't just a sport to me. It's a passion, a community, and a huge part of who I am. From the first time I picked up a stick, I fell in love with the speed, strategy, and teamwork that makes this game so special. It has taught me discipline, resilience, and how to push past my limits. The friendships I've built on the field are lifelong, and the lessons I've learned have shaped me into the person I am today. Now, I'm taking this passion to the next level, playing in college. The opportunity doesn't just happen. It came from years of dedication, the support from my teammates, and the chance to compete at high school. Field hockey has given me a future, and I want others to have that same chance. That's why this sport matters. It's not just a game, it's a pathway to growth, success, and lifelong love for something greater than myself. Now, imagine a school where students lose opportunities to grow, compete, and build lifelong skills. That's exactly what will happen if our field hockey program is eliminated. Field hockey builds character and leadership. They're teaching teamwork, discipline, and perseverance. Many players develop leadership skills that help them beyond high school. It also promotes physical and mental well-being. They're offering students a healthy, active lifestyle and helping with stress management and mental health. Field hockey also strengthens school spirit and community. They're bringing students, family, and alumni together. And a successful team enhances school reputation and pride. Taking it away hurts future athletes because younger students lose a chance to play and fewer opportunities for college scholarships and athletic development. This program is more than just a sport. It's a community, a family, and a source of pride. So it is wrong for our program to be eliminated as it means so much to all of these people. Thank you for your time.
Katie, followed by Linnea.
Good evening. I would like to say thank you, Temecula Valley, Great Oak. We each have a story. My story is I grew up playing field hockey since the age of 4. It has brought connections cross country. I grew up in Pennsylvania, and all 3 of my bridesmaids were field hockey players at different levels. I went to the University of Virginia and played. I got a wonderful education. I wore the red, white, and blue and traveled internationally for the USA. These girls throughout our community, they work hard, and they work hard all year. And we want that experience. We want to enjoy the camaraderie, the hard work, the days you don't want to wake up because you can barely sit on the toilet because you're sore. We want to embrace that opportunity. Ladies, no matter how or what is decided, you guys are worthy. You're powerful. And you can do anything you want to. Board members, I ask you tonight to listen to these stories, because each one has a different one. And please think of your son, daughter, nephew, niece going through this process. Thank you.
Good evening, community members, parents, players, and trustees. My name is Linnea Gustafson. I am a freshman here at Great Oak. My jersey number is 28, and I want to start off by saying my transition to high school was not considered a normal situation. In 2020, like many students, I started homeschooling and continued in the HIIA program through 8th grade. I knew during my 8th grade year I wanted to play a sport. In the past, I have participated in multiple sports. I have also been a lifelong participant in martial arts, earning a second-degree black belt in multiple styles. Even though I loved martial arts, I felt that I was missing out on that team aspect. Then it all came in the mail, the Temecula Parks and Rec brochure. With my parents, I browsed through it and found the 79ers program. After a few sessions, I knew field hockey would be something I would want to do for many years to come. I love how technical and strategic the game is. I admit I had a long way to go when catching up with most of the girls because they were amazing. They clearly had a passion for the sport. I noticed that from the beginning. I decided to try out for the team, and preseason was hard. But every day I felt so rewarded and most importantly welcomed by my team. Daily, our coaches made us better players and people. I even had upperclassmen take the extra time to help mentor me. The parents are so dedicated, and we all know field hockey parents cheer the loudest. My whole point is that this group became my family. Field hockey has taught me how to be strong, resilient, and what it's like to really be part of a team. At GOHS, we have values of spirit, which stands for scholarship, passion, integrity, reflection, involvement, and teamwork. I want to take a few moments to show how this team encompasses these values. Scholarship. We have a collective GPA of 3.8 to 4.1. We have a passion for academic achievement and mentorship. Passion. Our team has so much passion for the sport, we even play in the off season together in an indoor league. Integrity. Our coaches have instilled integrity and sportsmanship-like behavior in everything we do. This impacts us as individuals and prepares us for future successes and failures. Reflection. After each game, win or lose, our coaches would take the time to reflect on our gameplay and how we can improve. Involvement. Recently, our team has volunteered in many community projects at Jacob's House, Temecula Special Games, and some of the field hockey members also organized the Senior Care Club. Teamwork. Look around. We are here as one field hockey voice to advocate for tonight. I am proud to live and play in Temecula Valley at GOHS. Please help us in the effort to save field hockey for our teams and future players. Thank you.
Followed by Whitley.
Hello, my name is Isabel. Okay. Hello, board members. My name is Isabel Arelis, and I am number 14 on the field hockey team at Great Oak High School. I started this sport 1 year ago with zero knowledge of how it was played. However, I have not only expanded my knowledge of the sport, but also gained friends, memories, and the ability to work through difficult times. In addition, I have gained the skill to learn how to balance sports, academics, and extracurricular activities such as CSF and WSB. I was able to accomplish this all with a 4.0 GPA. Field hockey is not just a sport I play to stay healthy or say that I'm an athlete. It is something I truly love. I found close friends in my teammates and supporters in my coaches. This sport has given me many learning experiences like perseverance through difficult times, how to be part of a team, and taking the good with the bad. I came from a small private school, nervous to move into a bigger environment with people I didn't know. That's when I found Great Oak Field Hockey, a group of welcoming girls who are kind, funny, supportive, and so much fun to be around, along with 3 great coaches who are endlessly supportive and pushing us to be the best we can on and off the field. They all care so deeply for the sport like I do. And it's not just at Great Oak Field Hockey either. I had the opportunity to play for Stomp during January and February with 3 amazing Temecula Valley girls and my teammates from Great Oak. Even if we are rivals at the end of the day, we are brought together by the love of the sport. I'm a field hockey player, and I wouldn't have had such an amazing freshman year if I wasn't. Even if it's not the most recognized sport at our school, it has shaped my freshman year, and I know it shaped many of my teammates' lives. I hope that my next 3 years in high school can be filled with bus rides, tournaments, and practices with my friends. I hope that the new wave of freshmen is able to experience this too. They should have the opportunity to create memories and learn new skills and improve their game alongside their friends during their high school experience. They should also have the opportunity to play flag football if they wanted to. No sport should be sacrificed for another, especially a girl sport. Thank you for your time.
Whitley, followed by Sydney.
My name is Whitley Payne, and I'm a field hockey player at Great Oak High School. I'm here today to ask you to reconsider your decision to end field hockey in the district. No one asked for my opinion, so I'm here today to say I don't want to play flag football. Field hockey has been a part of my life for 5 years. I started at the 79ers City Rec Club, and I couldn't wait to play in high school. This year I made the varsity team as a freshman. My goal has always been to play in college. Getting rid of the Great Oak field hockey program ruins our players' chances at getting scholarships and experience to put on college applications. Not to mention, field hockey has helped me grow as a person and meet new people that I would have been too afraid to talk to without the program. I've met many of my close friends through field hockey. My coaches have taught me so many important things and made a family bond between the team. I feel like TVUSD doesn't care about me. How would you feel if it was your own family being torn apart by people who are supposed to be making good decisions for you? I can't imagine my life without the Great Oak field hockey program. All the hard work the team and coaches have put into this program is undeniable, and we as a team will fight for our sport. Will you? Or are you saying my sport isn't important? I want to thank all the board members who took the time to read and respond to our community concerns about the TVUSD decision that affects all of us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sydney Klecker. Good evening, members of the board. My name is Sydney Klecker, and I'm currently a senior at Great Oak. I've always been an anxious person. I've struggled to connect with people and have found myself to give up if something I do is not perfect. Not having been the most athletic person, my parents even discouraged me from playing hockey, believing I did not have what it takes. Despite this, I was finally allowed to play if I bought my own gear. Field hockey has been a supportive and encouraging environment for me from the very beginning. My very first day, the first day of preseason, I was so nervous that I ate my breakfast too quickly, leading me to throw up at practice. I was mortified. I had already messed up so badly. Despite this, my coaches and teammates were the first to help me. There was no judgment, only compassion. This is when I knew that this program is something special. Despite my rocky start, I kept coming to preseason because I knew I was not in it alone. No matter the grade, no matter the team, field hockey is so connected. Through the encouragement of my teammates, I found myself able to do things I could never have done before. Often after practice or preseason, I would find myself sitting in my car and considering everything I had done that day in disbelief. I felt so accomplished, yet I knew this was not something I could have done without the help of my coaches and teammates. Field hockey has helped me to find confidence in myself and a determination to do my very best and never quit. I learned that mistakes do not mean the end. I don't have to be perfect to believe in myself, and hockey has given me the confidence and the determination to do so. This year, I've had the privilege of playing on JV and seeing how the incoming freshmen have picked up the sport as I have. With my experience from the previous year, I was able to help encourage them as I had been encouraged before. We were able to uplift each other and help each other improve. I've never been much of an outgoing person, but hockey has helped me to speak more. It must be the combination of the safe environment our coaches have worked so hard to create, and the girls themselves being so passionate about the sport. But I soon found myself known for asking what you've had for lunch today, or other little statements to start a conversation with my teammates. It's little moments like this that we share as a team that remind me of how special hockey is beyond the field. Field hockey is the most welcoming and supporting environment I've ever been a part of. Field hockey has helped me to truly connect with others through our passion for the sport. I may not be a perfect player, but we learn through our mistakes, and field hockey has helped me to grow as a person. I will never forget everything that it has taught me. I regret not having started playing until my junior year, but what truly breaks my heart is knowing that my teammates and a rising generation of girls may not have the chance to discover such an amazing sport as I got the opportunity to. It has done so much for me, and I know it can do so much for so many other girls. Please support us through this time and help advocate for a program that truly makes a difference, a program that has helped shape my life and created a passion that I haven't known before. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alana Mahoney, and I stand before you not as a supporter of field hockey, but as someone who understands firsthand the impacts this sport has had on individuals, families, and communities. Field hockey is more than just a game. It's a pathway to higher education for countless student athletes. This sport gives students the chance to further their education while doing what they love, playing field hockey. Many young athletes rely on this sport to open doors to universities they might not have been able to even consider otherwise. Taking that away doesn't just remove a sport, it removes futures. Anyone who has played or watched this game knows the energy, dedication, and love that athletes pour into every practice, every sprint, and every goal. Field hockey teaches discipline, teamwork, and perseverance, lessons that extend far beyond the field and into every aspect of a player's life. Taking away field hockey will take away an outlet for young athletes to grow, express themselves, and chase their dreams. But most importantly, field hockey is about family. Not just the family you're born into, but the one you build through the sport. Teammates become lifelong friends, coaches become mentors, and the field becomes a second home. The bonds that they're created through this sport teaches young athletes the value of unity, respect, and working towards a common goal. To ban field hockey is to destroy this family and take away a support system that so many rely on. We cannot allow a sport that has shaped lives, built futures, and created families be erased. Field hockey is more than a game. It's an opportunity, a passion, and a home, and that's worth fighting for. Thank you for your time.
It's all right. Okay. Hi, I'm Moksita. Good evening, everyone. My name is Moksita Velaga, and I'm a freshman at Great Oak High School. I'm here to speak on behalf of keeping field hockey in our district. Playing field hockey in Great Oak, I've seen firsthand how important this sport is to me and all these girls here. It's taught us discipline, teamwork, and resilience. It's provided us all a space to grow and challenge each other. I believe that offering flag football is a great idea, but taking away field hockey just doesn't make sense to me. Why should students who have dedicated countless hours to this sport give it up? Not only them, but younger students who have been playing the sports for years and have been waiting for their turn to play field hockey in high school. They deserve the chance to keep playing the sport they love. If this decision is about expanding sports, why get rid of one so many already love? There must be a way to support both sports rather than forcing current athletes to give one up. Field hockey has been a part of our school for years. It's built a strong community between players, coaches, and parents. Many of us here have found a sense of belonging through field hockey, forming strong friendships and learning valuable life skills. Getting rid of it would mean stripping students of these benefits and forcing them to either quit playing the sport they love or try something completely different. I urge the school board to reconsider this decision and find a way to support both field hockey and flag football. Let's work together to ensure that everyone has a chance to play the sport they love. Thank you.
Caroline, followed by Ariana.
Hi, good evening. My name is Caroline Baden. I'm a senior at Great Oak High School, and I have been playing field hockey the last 3 years. I wanted to share my experience through the field hockey program because I have gained so much from field hockey, and it has become one of the most important aspects in my life. I have participated in a lot of sports throughout my high school experience: cross country, soccer, track, lacrosse. But field hockey has remained my favorite out of all. Not only due to the fact that the sport is amazing and unique, but also because of the community my coaches and teammates have built over the years. My field hockey teammates are like a family to me, not because we are forced to see each other every day, but because of the bond we have built over the summer training, waking up at 7 a.m. to be at practice at 8, or after school practices, morning practices, and all the team bondings we have had. Out of all the sports I have played, I have never found such a balance between working hard and having fun. One of the greatest things I have gotten from field hockey is the ability to exercise my leadership skills. I'm pretty quiet in school, and I don't like speaking during Socratic seminars and Harknesses. But field hockey has helped me get out of my shell and find amazing new friends and demonstrate my leadership skill on the field. I love this sport so much, and there aren't enough words to describe how much I love this sport. But I hope after hearing our speeches, you will see that field hockey isn't just another sport that we do to stay in shape or put on our resumes. We play this sport because we love it and because we build a team and friends that we like, that we will love forever. Thank you.
Ariana, followed by Madison.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ariana Diggs, and I am the captain of the Great Oak High School varsity step team. I'm also an officer at Great Oak's club, She's the First. And as captain of STEP team and leader of such an amazing club, I witnessed firsthand the amount of dedication, practice, and perseverance that my team goes through to shape who we are, learning the skills of communication, resilience, and teamwork. If one day we were all told that the program we put so much effort and work into every day got shut down and we had the option of joining cheer or dance instead, we'd all be devastated, acknowledging the fact that these programs and performing teams are not similar whatsoever. This situation here is very similar, except it is our reality. Field hockey is one of the oldest sports in history, gaining more popularity in England in the 19th century, quickly spreading worldwide, becoming popular among women at a time when opportunities for female athletes were extremely limited. In the United States, field hockey today continues to play a huge role in advancing sports for women. It was one of the few sports that widely was available to women before Title IX was passed in 1972, a law ensuring equal opportunities for female athletes in schools. For decades, field hockey has empowered women, and by removing it from our schools, we're not just eliminating a sport. We're erasing part of history and a legacy that has paved the way for female sports. Not to mention that offering a variety of sports like field hockey provides different opportunities to students to find something that suits their interests and abilities. Not every athlete is suited for every sport. And field hockey offers a unique and valuable option. Many women who play field hockey continue to play in college and beyond, opening doors for different scholarships and careers that can help lay foundation for a bright future. Getting rid of this sport would limit these amazing possibilities for our students. We are a district that prides itself on offering a variety of opportunities for all students to grow and succeed. Field hockey is a part of that tradition. It's not just a sport, it's a community, a legacy.
Good evening. My name is Madison Payne, and I am not a field hockey player. However, someone very important to me is my sister, Whitley Payne. I might not play the sport, but I see how much this sport affects people in the community. My sister has been through so much this past year and has experienced things no one at her age should. She experienced the tragic passing of a classmate and friend at the hands of an impaired driver. Guess where she was when she heard about the accident? At Cal Cup, playing field hockey. Through the ups and downs of her life, she has had one constant thing: field hockey. Field hockey was there for her grief. If she was mad, she had field hockey. If she felt anxious, she'd go play field hockey. I watched as she practiced every day the summer before her freshman year. She put hours and hours on this game. She'd tell me almost every day how she couldn't wait to play on a high school team. She would tell me how she wanted to be a freshman on varsity and earn her letterman. Even now, she shows me colleges who have women's field hockey and says, look at how cool it would be to go here and play. And now you want to take that away from her. Do you want to take away the opportunity for hundreds of girls to play at the high school level and eventually move on to the college level? Do you want to take away their joy, and this joy cannot be replaced by another sport? Do you want to take away these girls' one constant they may have in their life? That scares me. You place a fear of uncertainty in every sport now. I play varsity golf at Great Oak High School, and now I'm scared you'll cut my sport without my opinion, just like you're doing to field hockey. My sister and her teammates' sport is being cut without any parent, player, or coach discussion. How is that fair? Thank you.
Mandy, followed by Melissa.
Good evening. Great Oak Girls Field Hockey is a strong program because of the coaches, student athletes, and parent support. The program continues to grow year over year in terms of number of players and financially. I met with GoPack Foundation to gain a better understanding of the program's financials. This year, the team raised $20,323, which is the largest amount raised for this program since the establishment of GoPack during the 2020 and 2021 school year. That's a 241% increase through various fundraising activities. All the hard work to raise funds has allowed the team to pay for tournaments, player recognition, equipment, scholarships each year. During the 2023-2024 school year, After raising $11,494, hard work and dedication allowed the team to purchase much-needed new uniforms. Next season, we'll start off with $12,308 in our GoPack account. That's before fundraising starts. These numbers do not reflect a struggling program by any means. In fact, quite the opposite. This is a program with dedicated coaches, student athletes, and parents working together to make it successful. I ask that TVUSD keep the girls field hockey program for all high school girls intact with varsity, JV, and potentially freshman teams. Let's find a way to offer female athletes both girls field hockey and girls flag football. Thank you for your time.
Melissa, followed by Jason.
Good evening. I apologize for my voice. My name is Melissa Palmer, and I am a parent to 2 children, a part of the Temecula Unified School District. And additionally, with that, I am a teacher and coach for field hockey at a nearby school district. I just want to take a moment to share how field hockey has impacted my life. I started playing field hockey my freshman year of high school. I was not an AP student. I was not an IB student. I had to work very hard, and for me, my goal was to go to college. My best friend encouraged me to attend field hockey tryouts because I was a softball player, and that was going to help me keep in shape for my upcoming softball season. I laughed at her and I said, "How's that a sport? They wear skirts." Okay. When I started playing field hockey as a left-handed individual, if you don't know, field hockey is a predominantly right-handed side of your sport, I realized that I loved it. It challenged me on both an intellectual level and an athletic level. My sophomore year, I quit softball, realized that was boring to me because I knew everything that I needed to do to be successful on that field. And I dedicated full time to being field hockey. I am a first generation college graduate because I played field hockey. My junior year of high school, I was starting to be recruited to play at the University of the Pacific in Stockton, California. The only way I got to attend college was through my athletic ability from a sport that I started my freshman year of high school. Very similar to many of the girls in this room. I attended University of the Pacific. We bonded, we sang the fight song after every game. And if you ask me about my high school experience, my college experience, I'm talking about my teammates, one of which was generations prior before me in this very room, because she was a Pacific Tiger years before I was, and we're sisters because of that program. Field hockey is the 3rd highest female sport with the opportunity to be recruited for college. Field hockey, from a high school player to going off to playing NCAA athletics, is 12.2%, the 3rd highest sport. In perspective, one of the lower ones at 3.9% is volleyball. From that 12%, 3.3 go off and play NCAA Division I. In this room with me today, you have former Division I athletes. And if you have a child or you tried that yourself, you know that the NCAA is a very tough world to figure out. I don't know how many coaches that you have across other sports that have done that and championed that and beat that. Okay? Unfortunately, if you look up University of the Pacific, that program doesn't exist anymore because it was cut. And every single one of those players, my former teammates, they transferred and they went elsewhere because they attended UOP to play hockey. Don't make these girls choose. They are fighters. They are amazing individuals, and as an opposing coach, they are awesome, and I respect them. Thank you.
Jason, followed by Carly.
Good evening. My name is Jason Payne, and my daughter is a member of the Great Oak Field Hockey team. First off, I want to thank you all who put this meeting together. This is what transparency and respect look like. And it's how this situation should have been handled from day one. But let's be honest, it wasn't. To those of you that had a hand in the initial decision making and the way this was rolled out, I have to say, you should be ashamed of yourselves. You're supposed to be leaders and role models for our children. And do you feel like your actions are an example of good judgment and elevated leadership? You became the example of what not to do. We teach our kids basic values like treating others the way they want to be treated, and yet this process here ignored that completely. Decisions were made behind closed doors with no regard to people they affected most, our players and their families. Who exactly planned this? Who thought it was okay to roll out the way it was done. I'd like names, because those individuals need to answer for unnecessary stress and heartbreak they've caused. This wasn't just a minor oversight, it was a failure that ripped through our community. My daughter and her teammates didn't deserve to have their future thrown into chaos. There has to be consequences for their actions. The athletic directors and district administrators in particular dropped the ball. Their job is to advocate for all of our kids, to support their growth and well-being. Instead, they were nowhere to be found when it mattered most. That's not just disappointing, it's incompetence. One conversation I had with Coach Katie that really stuck with me. It was at the beginning of the season. She told me her mission wasn't just about winning games. It's about giving these girls life skills that will carry them long after they hang up their sticks. She said, I want them to leave this team knowing how to communicate, how to lead, how to pick themselves up when things get hard. She's not just building a team, she's shaping leaders who will carry those lessons into college, careers, and beyond. And they proved it tonight, how they spoke here. That is what's happening. We should be celebrating a program that elevates our district, and for that reason, I'm requesting that you reinstate this program fully without threat of a phase-out plan. Thank you for your time.
Good evening. My name is Carly Gray, and first off, as a parent, I would like to say how impressed I am with how articulate these young people are. I'm a mom of 6 kids, 2 who recently graduated from Chaparral, 2 who currently attend Chaparral, and 2 who will be there in the next few years, including a daughter who wants to play field hockey. My high school students have participated in 8 separate athletic programs at Chaparral. One of my daughters is currently a freshman and played on the field hockey team during the fall season, and she was absolutely devastated to hear about the decision to cut the program. It's a shame that the district has made this decision. These girls have dedicated countless hours to learning the game, practicing and developing their skills. They were and are proud to represent Chaparral High School, and they did so with impressive positive attitudes, despite less than desirable outcomes. The points that have been presented as reasons to cut field hockey are not exclusive to this program. We have been told that our athletes have to travel too far, and as such lose too much classroom time. Just last week, the district offered the girls lacrosse team a bus to their scheduled away game, and the athletes would have needed to be released from class at 10 a.m. for a 5 p.m. game. The bus offer was declined. The district was willing to let these athletes miss 5 hours of class time for one game. The class time that was missed during field hockey wasn't nearly that drastic. And if you examine the academic records of the athletes, you'll find that nearly every member of the Chaparral team, and obviously from Great Oak and TV as well, nearly every member was a recipient of the Scholar Athlete Award, and their academic performance was not negatively impacted by their participation in field hockey. A survey was sent out to all female students grades 8 through 11 asking about their interest in flag football. Only about 100 responses were received from Chaparral. There's over 3,000 students at Chaparral. About 1,500 of them are female. That's less than 10% of the female student body who responded, which is not an accurate representation of interest. Because this survey specifically referenced flag football, I suspect that not even all of the girls who play field hockey and are directly impacted answered the survey. Not all athletes are interested in the same sports. The positive response to flag football has been high, and that is great. There is enough interest to have both sports. Let's give more female athletes the opportunity to play and take pride in representing their schools, not less. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. You got it. Thank you. Okay, good evening, everyone. As you have already heard and will continue to hear tonight, there are many emotions and concerns regarding the lack of transparency and decisions that have brought us together. As a parent and a community member, the direction I would like to take tonight is one of solutions. We've received a wonderful letter from the AD at Huntington Beach High School that I feel doesn't just, it not only provides solution, but demonstrates a positive impact on female athletes. As the athletic director of Huntington Beach High School, I wanted to take a moment to share our experience of successfully offering both flag football and field hockey in the same season, and to express the importance of providing these opportunities to student athletes in your district. At Huntington Beach High School, we have seen firsthand how having both sports available allows more students, especially female athletes, to engage in competitive athletics, develop leadership skills, and foster school spirit. Since implementing both programs, we have not only increased overall participation in athletic departments, but we've also witnessed the impact, the positive impact these sports have had on student engagement, academic performance, and teamwork. While some may be concerned that offering both flag football and field hockey could divide participation, our experience has shown the opposite. By providing choices, students feel empowerment. They are able to pursue their athletic interests, lead to stronger, more committed teams in both sports. Additionally, flag football and field hockey attract different types of athletes, ensuring that neither sport suffers from a lack of participation. Schools across the state and country are seeing similar success with this model. Furthermore, from an equity standpoint, allowing both sports to coexist in the same season aligns with the mission of providing equal opportunities for all student athletes. With flag football growing rapidly as an emerging sport, it is essential to give students the option to participate without limiting well-established programs such as field hockey. I would be happy to discuss our program structure, share best practice, and provide insights on how we have made both thrive in our school. I truly believe that offering both opportunities, your district will see growth in participation, athletic success, and overall student development. To our ADs, it may be of benefit to take an opportunity now that this groundwork has been laid and established for you to connect professionally with Melissa and other ADs like her to elevate our athletic programs within the Temecula Valley School District. Thank you.
Amy, followed by Steve.
Hi, my name is Amy Hindra-Renata. I'm a senior at Chaparral and the varsity captain of the 24-25 season, and I would like to discuss the issues with phasing out the field hockey program and highlight its importance to the community. It doesn't make sense to cut a growing program because what message does that send out to our community's youth? That when something becomes tough, we just give up without exhausting every last effort to persevere? Cutting the field hockey team sends a negative message out to the community and limits opportunities for athletes in the area. Along a federal level, the actions of dissolving the girls' field hockey program protest against the fundamental goals and rights expressed by Title IX in 1972. The actions of thousands of women 50 years ago have fought for female rights, beginning with the protection of women's sports. The field hockey program has provided immense opportunities for women in Temecula. By dismantling the program, our district is taking away these liberties from the female community. Over my years on the team, alongside Coach Handler and Coach Carter, I have seen our numbers grow and recover after losing a majority of our players due to graduation. When looking at the 24-25 season, we only had a handful of returners. However, through recruitment, we were able to increase our numbers to field a full team. There was growing interest from high schoolers, middle schoolers, and the 79ers Club that feeds players directly into the teams within the district. I have helped Coach Mads coach the players at 79ers, and I see the growing interest, talent, and potential. The middle schoolers who will be incoming freshmen within the next few years serve as an asset to the TVUSD field hockey teams. When discussing the success and talent of the program, it is crucial to note the accomplishments of past and present players. Within the program, multiple girls have trained on the Olympic development team Nexus, played on the HCC team, as well as had players go D1 and D2. Field hockey has provided its players with an extensive range of opportunities beyond the sport. It fosters multi-sport athletes by enhancing crucial skills as well as open doors for personal growth for every player. Personally speaking, field hockey has instilled in me the value of accountability, leadership, discipline, and resilience. I do believe that it is possible that the implementation of girls flag football and beach volleyball can simultaneously coexist in a positive manner with the field hockey program. Field hockey offers a community that is unmatched to any other sport. Although many of us are on different teams, the 3 teams in the district are not only a community, but a family. When we come together for games, the sense of camaraderie and uplift is intoxicating and should never be taken away. I am a senior, and this decision ultimately has no effect on my ability to play, but it is so hurtful and disappointing to watch the sport that I am so passionate about be taken away from girls who care just as much as I do. On behalf of all the athletes here today, I plead, please save the field hockey program. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Steve Press. Over here is my daughter, Brielle. She's a freshman on the Great Oak team. Also joining us is her older sister, another concerned student athlete, and my wife, Sally, a former field hockey player herself. Girls, your speeches tonight they've been awesome. Thank you. This is just an incredible group of young women. Aren't these the type of athletes we should be encouraging and fighting for? They truly represent the future leaders of our community, as Dr. Anderson alluded to in her opening comments. Board members, when you took the oath of office, you pledged to uphold the laws and act in the best interest of the students in this district. As a further reminder, under California Education Code, Section 35179, Paragraph A, this board has the explicit authority over interscholastic athletics. The law states that, and I'll quote, each school district governing board shall have general control of and be responsible for all aspects of the interscholastic athletic policies, programs, and activities in its district, including, but not limited to, eligibility, season of sport, number of sports, personnel, and sports facilities. In other words, this board has the power to disregard the district's opinion. It has the power to ensure the future viability of the program. The authority is yours. It is not something that must be granted to you. It is already written into state law. These young women have been done a huge injustice. They deserve your support. Furthermore, and more importantly, they deserve your vote. A vote to disregard the misguided opinion of the administration, the opinion that suggests that women's field hockey should be phased out. You have the authority and the privilege to make this right. And that's exactly all we're here to asking you to do. Let's get the appropriate motion on the record, let's cast a vote, and let's do right by these girls and future generations of student athletes. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Ellie Durkin. I'm a freshman at Great Oak, and I'd like to talk about that. I would like to explain what this acronym means to us. Respect. No matter the outcome of any game, we would come off the field smiling and laughing at silly mistakes we made on the field as we got ready to go high-five the other team. Excellence. Our team has always strived for excellence, never stopping at mediocre or even good. Positivity. Our team has always been a positive environment, making practice a place for me to go after I've had a bad day, to put a smile on my face and make me laugh with my teammates and coaches. Endurance. Every day we would go and not only build our endurance physically, but mentally when challenging ourselves to train until we physically can't anymore, or when we would have to wake up at 5 a.m. for a practice at 6 a.m. before school, we would strive for our best no matter how tired we were. Accountability. When our team had a bad game, we would sit and talk about it after the game and take accountability for our mistakes and help improve as a player and a team in future games and practices. Teamwork. Our team will forever work together on the field and off the field. Whether someone's had a bad day, forgot snacks or shorts on game day, or simply needed someone to hang out with at lunch and talk to, our team would always be there for each other. As you can tell, field hockey is more than a sport to a lot of us. We have created a family within this team. I've played several other sports for my high school, and I've never felt so included and loved by a group of girls. I remember my first day ever playing. It was summer training. I was so scared I wasn't going to know anyone, but I was so scared I wasn't going to know anyone or be able to make friends on the team. But the second I sat down to put on my gear, all the girls started talking to me and making me feel so included. After that practice, I went home so excited to tell my parents everything, knowing that this soon was going to be my favorite sport and favorite group of girls to be around. After this season, I felt so excited to reunite with them as a team and start training again. So by limiting this sport, you're not only taking away the opportunity for me and the current girls playing, you're ruining it for future girls. These girls have spent years playing leading up to high school. If this program is cut, those girls will never get a chance to play and will never earn a potential scholarship. So by taking away field hockey, you're not just taking away a sport, you're tearing apart a family and destroying my opportunity to potentially earn a scholarship. So if you care about this group of girls, you too will help save the sport that means so much to all of us. Thank you for your time.
Hello, board and everyone. Thank you for your time today. We really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you. I came up here with a pretty long list of things I wanted to talk about, but I actually think that all these amazing young women have done such an amazing job that us parents don't really need to say much here. They're doing the job for us. So I'm going to stop now and let them take over and continue to fight the battle for themselves.
Good evening. My name is Lorelai Herndon, and I'm a current sophomore at Temecula Valley High School. I've been playing field hockey for 2 years now, and I must admit, I had no idea what I was doing when I first joined. This program has meant the world to me for the past 2 years. I've made so many memories and friends throughout the program. The past 2 years, I've grown so much as a person and developed a passion for the sport that words cannot describe. To many of us, field hockey is more than just a sport. It's a part of our life. I've played many other sports, but nothing has compared to field hockey. With the potential end of the program, it poses a threat to the future sports, especially for girls who like me who plan to play field hockey in college. If the program were to end, it would mean missing out on my junior and senior year of playing. That would be a huge disappointment for me and risk the chances about college. Beyond the sport itself, the support I've received from this program has been invaluable. It's taught me how to stay strong and resilient during tough times. The friendships I've made and the memories I've created will always be a part of my high school experience. The passion on my team has made going to practice on those summer mornings not so bad. The support everyone has shown me makes me want to give it my all. The end of the sport would hurt many people in so many ways. Field hockey holds a special place in my heart, not just because of the things I've said above, but also because of the incredible experience it offers. It's been an amazing part of my life, and I can't imagine my future without playing field hockey. Thank you.
Mr. Schwartz. Hello. Okay. I think we just. Ready to resume?
Yeah, I think this is on. Yeah, okay. Okay, my name is Jim Dale. I was the varsity field hockey coach at Temecula Valley until a couple of weeks ago. I was let go when they decided to get rid of field hockey the day before we were going to recruit. I can quickly sum up this debate. Some of the key elements. Our girls have GPAs over 4.1 on average. Almost all of them earn scholar awards. This is across the district. They're all competitive, including 5 playoff berths among the schools, loaded against teams that are loaded with Division I players, a bunch who go to college. We have a lot of girls who have won All Sunset League awards, a number of athletes playing in college on scholarships. We have one here tonight. A mix of players forming a team that beat the top teams in San Diego for the indoor field hockey championship a couple weeks ago. We have more than 120 girls who are committed to play in the fall, and all of them wanting to play field hockey, and they also want flag football at their sites. But they don't want to play flag football. That's for other players. These are fantastic girls, as you are hearing so far, not just terrific athletes. And across this district, everybody here, we are family. Whether we go to TV, Great Oak, or SHAP, we are family. And let me illustrate how important this idea of family is. And if this gets to me, please forgive me. On May 20th, 2022, my 23-year-old daughter died in her sleep. I was subbing at TV when I got the call and rushed home. My field hockey girls immediately started texting me, asking me if everything was okay. Of course, it wasn't. On the following Monday, I went back to sub at TV, and the girls found me. I have to be honest here, too. They're taking some heat and things like this, but there is somebody over here, and that's Anthony, who came and found me and talked with me about a lot of things. I'll never forget that. The girls found me. A couple told me they went and saw counselors. Some of the counselors came and talked to me. And some of these girls had never met my daughter. They never had. They just knew that because she was my daughter, that they're connected. Later that day, they came to my house with a bunch of restaurant gift cards from parents, a plant that amazingly is still alive, knowing that our track record of growing plants inside is hideous, and a card signed by all the players, every single one of them with comments. There wasn't just like, sorry, a name. It was comments. It's one of my most treasured possessions. Some of the girls who signed it didn't even know me yet. They had simply heard how great field hockey was and they wanted to play. In the fall, I gave Great Oak coach Katie's daughter, who's really the actual coach, Olivia, one of my daughter's stuffed animals, a giraffe. And she still plays with it to this day. We are close to each other. This is a great program across the board. You can see how the girls have been tonight, the way they've reacted to this unfair, misguided attempt to kill a sport that we all love. I can give you a factual and logical answer to everything that the ADs have stated about killing the sport. The big thing is, how can we tell our female athletes that they matter less than someone in another sport, one that has not even started? Yes. These fantastic athletes who we all love and observe, we want to keep playing field hockey. Thank you.
Hello, thank you for letting me speak again. My name is Kendall Gann, and I am a sophomore at TVHS. This year was my first year playing field hockey, and I would never want it to be my last. I was on varsity this year, and by the time the season ended, I couldn't imagine my life without it. I've played soccer my whole life until I decided I wanted to focus more on field hockey. For me, soccer was not as fun or as welcoming as field hockey has ever been. So after high school field hockey season, I decided I wanted to continue playing, even if I had soccer every day of the week because of high school. So I started working my hardest by myself when no one saw, and even joined an indoor team with pretty much only people from Great Oak. Although they were my rivals, I made so many great friends and felt so welcomed. Field hockey is such a safe place for me now, and I'm so glad I joined it. I've met my best friends here, and I'm so thankful. I know multiple girls with the skills and desire to play in college, and playing in college without a high school season is hard, especially for field hockey. There are not very many good clubs near us, so taking high school season away just takes away so much overall. I want to play in college, and I've just started the recruitment process. And the first thing I was asked was for my high school coach's information. But what am I supposed to do if I will no longer have one? What if the students and the athletes that are just now starting, that don't even get a high school coach, if we cancel this, what are they going to do? The coaches that I've had and currently have now, as well as the peers I have around me, have helped me develop myself into a better person, and I've become more involved in the school overall. I've kept up my grades as straight A's while playing 2 other sports, and I am also an ASB, and I was just nominated for a president position for ASB. Managing my time with all of these things have made me more likely to succeed in college and in the workforce. Many other girls I play with maintain great grades as well. Overall, field hockey has been one of the best and most memorable parts of my life, and I do not want that taken from me. Thank you.
Good evening, board members. I just want to say thank you for your time. And closer. Usually I'm so loud that I don't need a mic. So good evening, board members. I just want to tell you thank you for your time and coming out and listening to this community. But as you see tonight, this is not just a community, this is a family. Whether we're talking about Great Oak, TV, or SHAP, they are all family. They are all here together. I have a whole speech prepared, but really everything I have to say has pretty much been said. There's a consensus tonight, the whole feeling of how everybody feels. I will tell you, my daughter, for the first time, has never played field hockey until this year. We have always been a soccer and mountain bike family. When she came home and said, I want to try field hockey, we were like, you want to do what? We had never seen the sport. We knew nothing about it, but we have 2 daughters. We always want to encourage them to try something new, especially within sports. And we're like, okay, go ahead and try it. Little did we know that in the span of less than a month, that this sport was going to take over her heart of soccer that she has played since she was 6 and of mountain biking that she has done since 4th grade. And the community and girls worked with them and taught them. There are very few sports within our district that a girl who has never played a sport can make a team. You're not going to make that in soccer, you're not going to do that in volleyball, and you're not going to do that in softball. Yet field hockey gives them that opportunity to come out and be part of a sisterhood, to be a part of this great community and have these memories that they're going to build through high school and continue on for life. Now I'm going to give you a few facts. Some of these facts you've already heard, like the fact that field hockey is the 3rd highest percentage of players that go on to play in college. And that's only behind ice hockey, which we're not going to have in Southern California, and lacrosse. And in 2022, the average scholarship for a field hockey player was $19,000. That is huge with the cost of college these days. In California, Stanford, UC Berkeley, and UC Davis all have field hockey teams. In 2000, sorry, I lost my spot in my notes. That's what happens when you go off the cuff. Field hockey is continuing to grow, and that's evident as in Michigan High School State Athletic Association recently approved their inaugural field hockey season for the upcoming 25-26 school year. In 2024, Penn State, along with other colleges, had their inaugural seasons, and in 2025, 4 additional colleges will have their inaugural seasons. And there are numerous other colleges in discussions to add to their field hockey programs, and this is on top of the 288 schools already. Please allow these girls to continue and have these opportunities. Thank you for your time.
Hello, board. How are you tonight? Thank you for your time and giving us the opportunity to speak. These girls have pretty much said it all, so I'm just going to keep mine short and sweet. I just wanted to talk from a perspective as a father of one of the players on my team and also from the coaching role on the team. From my perspective as a parent, the importance of continuing the field hockey program in the district is vital for my daughter's social growth, her developing leadership skills, and the belonging to something bigger than just her own independence. As a parent, I have seen her make new lasting friendships, take on challenging responsibilities that push her out of her comfort zone, only to flourish when put to the test. Without field hockey being offered at her school, she would not have chosen a sport to play during her 4 years in high school, and these experiences and friendships would have never happened. As a parent, that makes me very sad, and as I know there are many other girls out there that have been in and will be in this same scenario. Without field hockey being offered as a sport, it takes away an opportunity for the girls to challenge themselves, grow as a team, and make lifelong friendships on and off the field. As a coach for the team, I cannot emphasize enough the challenges and changes in leadership ability, personal ownership, and positive morale that these ladies build with being on the team. They are, they are one when they step out onto the field, and they play with passion and heart for the sport they love. To see firsthand every player's personal growth and sense of pride that this sport brings to them, it's inspiring to witness even as their coach. If the field hockey program is not offered at our schools, these students will likely not have the opportunity to take what they've worked so hard for many of years and apply it at the college level if given the opportunity. This wonderful sport of field hockey is an outlet for students to become athletes and to foster their school's pride. They will not only become a better version of themselves, but they will also inspire younger players coming into the high school level to do so. Please do not take this away from the girls at a crucial development time in their lives. Thank you for your time, and please save our Temecula field hockey.
Hi, my name is Madeline Staley, as most of the girls know me, Coach Mads. I am the head coach at 79 Field Hockey under Director Tiffany Huseman, who is a former Olympian and who established the TV program. I began playing field hockey in middle school, then played in high school, and I remember when Great Oak finally added a team. We were stoked. Finally, I played Division II field hockey in college at Millersville University, where I competed in 2 Final Four tournaments. I was also with 79 and Tiffany when we began to train and familiarize the first Chaparral field hockey coach, Noel Trout. I began coaching for 79 in 2017 during my summers home while in college. I coach alongside Tiffany and Katie Gerfin, current Great Oak head coach. I currently coach alongside players from Great Oak and Chap. Since 2017, we have had a consistent athlete base, including both girls and boys. We've hosted youth camps, skills sessions, and gameplay sessions. We've also hosted preseason prep camps for high schoolers in the area and have had almost 40 local high schoolers for a single 3-day camp. At each camp, we always throw out that field hockey is the 3rd most popular sport in the world, only after soccer and cricket. It always blows their minds. At the youth level now, we have a consistent group of 15 middle school girls eager to play in high school that play in every single session we offer. That's in addition to the kids that come to try it out, many of whom keep coming back. 79 Field Hockey is the feeder program to Great Oak, TV, and Chap,
and their success is our success for the youth of the Temecula Valley. If you're a former or current 79er, can you raise your hand? So we have seniors in high school, girls that graduated, and even Evie are one of our youngest. I've had a unique field hockey experience by getting to be on every side of the ball, player, coach, and ref. I'm a field hockey ref for TVUSD, and it is a great pleasure to see all the past 79 players grow into strong and capable young women. Field hockey has changed my life, the life of the people in this room, and I hope the lives of many more to come. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Katie Mincher. I'm an 8th grader at James L. Day Middle School. Thank you for allowing me to speak today. I'm not in high school playing on a team yet, so I have a little bit of a different point of view. I've been playing field hockey for over 3 years with the 79ers. I fell in love with the sport on day one, and I knew that this was going to be the sport that I was going to play in high school. Over the last 3 years, I've given up many opportunities to learn and play other sports in order to dedicate my time to field hockey, because I knew field hockey was what I wanted to play in high school. When my mom told me the news that the Chaparral field hockey team was being discontinued, I was heartbroken and angry. So much time I spent playing and so much excitement I built up in anticipation of joining the Chap team was gone in a second. I'm disappointed that this decision was made without the girls like me taken into consideration, the ones who have been excited to play the sport in high school and who haven't had the chance to fully embrace the sport and show how great they can be. And I want to add, I never received the flag football survey email that was supposedly sent out. I didn't get the chance to have my voice heard. How many other girls didn't receive it and weren't taken into account? I have absolutely zero interest in playing flag football. One should not equal the other. The fact that the decision was made thinking our desires to play sport are completely interchangeable and that we'd be pleased to simply switch and start playing football is pretty insulting. I don't understand why we can't just add another girls' sports team to Chap rather than taking an established team away. I really hope you take this to heart and reconsider so I can achieve my dream of playing field hockey for Chaparral High School. Thank you.
I'm Riley McDougall, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity to speak today. I'm a freshman at Temecula Valley High School, and I played varsity field hockey this past year. As an athlete, I've always loved playing sports, but this sport was different. I've been involved in some sort of team since I was 3 years old, but I've never experienced anything quite like this. Between the karaoke during the bus rides, the dance breaks at practices, the laughs during dinner, and everything in between, I've never loved a team quite like I love this one. Even during the long days at school, the difficult tests, and the failed friendships, there was always field hockey. It was a place where I belonged, a place where I knew my worth, and a place where I found myself. We were more than just a team, we were a family. To end this sport would be to tear our family apart. No more bus rides, no more karaoke, no more dance breaks, and definitely no more laughter. Together as a team, we have been through thick and thin and made it out alive thanks to each other. The younger years and generations should have the same opportunities we did. Don't take that away from them. Please don't let this be the end. Thank you.
My name is Olivia. Good evening, members of the board and staff. My name is Olivia. I'm a 7th grade honor roll student at Day Middle and have been playing field hockey for the 79ers since I was in 1st grade. I am here to ask you to reconsider phasing out of girls field hockey at Chaparral High School and TVUSD. For over 6 years, I have had the privilege to participate in the 79ers field hockey program through the city of Temecula. After trying out many sports over the years, from swim to volleyball, I keep coming back to field hockey because this is a community where all girls are accepted and celebrated. We are strong, resilient, smart, independent, and highly skilled field hockey players. This sport allows us to grow both on the field and off the field. I have had the honor to grow my skills thanks to my coaches who played the sport in college and the Olympics. In my time with the 79ers, I have I have learned skills that helped me grow on and off the field. I came into the sport as a very shy 6-year-old, and I was welcomed into the sport by teammates and coaches who were invested in making us better. Better students and players. I am stronger, more outspoken, confident, and a very good player because of field hockey. We play with kids of all ages, from kindergarten to 8th grade. My little sister has played for us since she was in kindergarten and learned the game very quickly because we all work together as a community. I have seen the middle school girls who I once looked up to as a 6-year-old move on to play at Chaparral High School. And in college, I am now one of the older players who our 79ers look up to for support and learning the game. It has been my goal for the past 6 years to play for Chaparral High School, to wear that green and blue uniform and play on the field that I pass every day when I go to and from school. Please do not take away this program. Don't take away our community. Don't take away our chance to play for our high schools, and continue the legacy of amazing field hockey players in Temecula. We do not do enough for the girls' sports in this school district. We need your help to grow field hockey and not to take it away. Introduce field hockey for PE classes starting in elementary school. Work with the city to create a middle school league. I urge you to rethink how this will impact field hockey and the girls' sports at Chaparral. What message are we sending to girls' sports teams if we take away field hockey? We have amazing programs at Chap, thanks to great coaches and parents who step up to pay for fair share and drive players to away games. If these girls' sports teams can do this, then we can do the same for girls' field hockey. Please do not take away one sport to introduce another. I have no interest in playing flag football. It's not in the Olympics, and we can't get a scholarship for powder puff football. Field hockey is an Olympic sport. Field hockey is played at thousands of schools and 300 colleges in the U.S. Don't take away our sport, our community, and our chance to be playing in college or the Olympics. Please support us and our future. Thank you for your time.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to talk. My name is Kim Gerfin. My story is similar to most of these girls. I played high school. I started when I was a sophomore in San Diego. I played at college, University of Pacific as well. I coached at 2 different universities, Division I. To take the opportunity away from these girls stinks. If it comes down to field space or budget or whatever, let's teach these kids that we figure it out. Not to quit, not to take the easy way out. When I coached at Missouri State, we had 1 turf field. 1. We had Division I field hockey, Division I football, Division I men's soccer, Division I women's soccer. We had baseball practicing off season. We had band. We figured it out. We shared a field. If that's the issue, let's figure it out. Let's teach these girls not to take the easy way out. Let's not talk about just giving them back their sport, but the longevity of this sport. Look at this community. To cut it and not to have it go on in the future is ridiculous. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you for being here. I stand before you as a parent of one of the students, and I'm horrified by the actions and decision that was taken. Sport has given me some of the best experiences in my life. I coached from grassroots right through to professional level. That was in soccer, football as I knew it. These girls have college opportunities, scholarships available to them by comparison to a sport that does not. I'm not denying or saying there shouldn't be flag football, but why you would take a successful program where you can see all the traits and characteristics that these girls have highlighted tonight and spoken about nothing but a positive experience mind boggles me, absolutely mind boggles me. After 19 years in Ireland, when I moved here with my wife and daughter, field hockey was unknown to us. And through the 79ers, who deserve a lot of credit, I think all the ladies will agree, every girl that's got up and mentioned the 79ers hasn't been from one school. They've been from all the schools. And I think that's great credit to the cooperation that goes on between the schools and with the 79ers. You've heard Coach Kim, you've heard Coach Katie, you've heard Coach Mads all speak up about what they witness. But I want to take the last minute and a half just to speak about my daughter's growth, her strength of character, right? Her ability to take criticism and observation has grown several-fold. To be able to be critiqued and not take it personal, realizing it's my coach giving me the best information that is available. It helps them mature. These kids experienced COVID very, very badly and were denied a lot of school time. And coming in off the back of that, very shortly afterwards, it wasn't a great deal of time, a lot of these girls who were freshmen came in not knowing each other and gelled instantly. And I can tell you as a parent, nothing made me prouder to watch the development of my daughter in that time. It was incredible. She's confident. She's now getting herself out to ID camps for college. She still has a year to go in high school. That's the power of what this sport can do in sports and have done here. I know how these systems work. There will not be a penny coming to this school district. I promise you, it will all be private clubs. All private clubs. And if you think that's how you send a message to these ladies for the commitment and time that they put in to a sport that they genuinely love, I stand here as a parent tonight to tell you you're mistaken. That's my time.
Afton, followed by Sophia.
Hello, my name is Afton Robbins, and I was a 2024 high school graduate from Great Oak High School. I played field hockey for 3 years, and I have been in love with the sport ever since Coach Katie first taught me how to play, with Great Oak Field Hockey providing me with an experience that I'll never forget. Because of this program and the opportunities it gave me, I now play Division II field hockey at Millersville University across the country in Pennsylvania. While many parents and players have come up here tonight and touched on many similar topics, I hope you do not take our advocacies as redundancies. I hope you take them as proof and recognition on how impactful the field hockey programs throughout the entire valley are to each and every individual. When coming home from my spring break a few days ago, I did not expect to be fighting for my sport alongside countless others just for it to stay in circulation. While I was told that this was happening by an old teammate in Coach Katie, I was beyond shocked, and honestly, I'm furious. Since my sophomore year of high school and continuing through my junior and senior year, the entire valley has been fighting for the program, and it has been paying off. The Great Oak Field Hockey program has more than doubled since my first year playing, and more interest and awareness for the sport is still increasing. So why cut field hockey? The reasons the TVUSD board members may have for justifying cutting the sport, frankly, I think are ridiculous. You would not be just getting rid of the community, friendships, and sport as a whole, but you would be and have been disrespecting the time, effort, opportunities, skill, commitment, and passion that all the young girls playing field hockey in this valley have. Without this program, I wouldn't be playing field hockey in college, I wouldn't have achieved my goals, and most importantly, I wouldn't have learned or still be playing a sport I am most passionate about. So please do not even start to deny the chance that some girls may have to achieve similar goals to mine. I more than urge you to keep field hockey as a program in Great Oak, Temecula Valley, and Chaparral High Schools in order to allow these girls to play the sport. You're limiting current high schoolers with this notion, as well as cutting off future high schoolers the simple opportunity to pick a sport they may be wanting to play.
Sophia, followed by Journey.
Hello, my name's Sophia, and I've been playing field hockey for 2 seasons now. When I first moved to Chaparral, I was searching for a way to feel comfortable at my new school. I wanted to be part of something, a team, a community. That's when I was introduced to field hockey. Not only was it a sport that welcomed me with open arms, but it was also a team that supported one another in ways I have never experienced before. I had no experience when I joined. I didn't know how to hold a stick properly, let alone play, but that didn't matter. My teammates and coaches took me in and taught me everything there was to know, with patience and encouragement. Field hockey gave me a sense of belonging and a team. Hearing that field hockey may be cut from the district is concerning, as it would take away opportunities for current and future students who may be looking for the same sense of community and support that I found. It is important that we continue to invest in all sports, including those that may not always receive as much attention. Ensuring that programs like field hockey remain available sends a positive message that every sport and every student athlete matters. Thank you.
Journey, followed by Angel.
Good evening. My name is Journey Brutus, and on behalf of Chaparral Field Hockey, I plead with you to keep field hockey alive in Temecula. After figuring out sports during my freshman and sophomore year, finally, when it came to junior year, I found my sport. After dealing with hard, challenging sports, I finally found an inclusive one. After dealing with the coach that referred to me and the girls that looked like me as loud and aggressive, after being in the back of a line disregarding my hard work and talent due to the color of my skin, and after going through 3 coaches in one sport, I found field hockey. The one where my coach did not refer to me as loud and aggressive, but as most team-spirited and kind. A sport where my coach worked with me and gave me the playing time I deserved. A sport where my coach, Coach Brian, allowed me to fall in love with the sport and be surrounded in a more comfortable sport environment than I have ever known. Not only did Chaparral Field Hockey provide me with close friends, allow me to focus on my academics more, and improve me as a player, it also gave me an escape, which I believe most girls here probably feel. The girls on my team made a home, and although my team is the heart of the sport to me, we also played against amazing schools that are here today. Although we are all competitive, and it was extremely fun to play against these other girls, not once have I ever felt uncomfortable playing against them or with them. And to take a sport away just to make another one work should not be the only way. We should work together to keep a strong community going. Again, I urge you to look outside of the scope of just Temecula. This is a pathway that goes further than just us. It provides scholarships, schools, and most importantly, an expressive sport for those who may feel out of place like I once felt. This is not just a game to the women in this room. It's an expression of peace, talent, and fun. Please show kindness to this sport, and please save Temecula Field Hockey. Thank you.
Angel, followed by Danielle.
Well, that was my daughter. It's a hard act to follow. Did not know that was her speech. My name is Dr. Angel Brutus. I come to you as a sport parent, but I also come to you as a professional who has worked in the sport space for decades. I've worked at the collegiate level, I work at the Olympic level, and my very first exposure to field hockey as a sport was at the Pan Am Games a couple of years ago in Santiago, Chile. Lo and behold, a couple of years later, I'm at home sitting at my front office, and my daughter comes in and says, by the way, I've signed up for field hockey. Lo and behold, I didn't even know it existed. So I thank the young women in this room for helping the adults in this room to learn something. Learning something from you has been a pleasure. And regardless of the decisions that are made, just know that field hockey itself is constantly fighting for a voice, constantly fighting for its existence, even at the Olympic level. So what you're doing here today speaks volumes, and as Journey has politely said, this is beyond TV, this is beyond SHAP, this is beyond Great Oak, this is beyond Temecula Valley, period. The fact that we are hosting a home games in 28 and Temecula is in the backdrop for equestrian, what better platform for us to use than to have Olympic represented sports here today? I will give the rest of the time back to the kids. Thank you.
Followed by Shardy.
Hello, Council, Temecula community. I just actually learned about this today, but I thought it was important enough to be here tonight. And I asked myself the question, why is it that girls' sports are always on the chopping block? It's been that way since I've been in high school, and it's still that way today. It seems that women constantly have to fight for equality. They constantly have to fight for equal access. And, for my daughter and the rest of these girls in this room, I want a community that I live in, that I invest in, to be more than that. And I think it was important for my wife and I to come up here today and kind of share some of our views.
So our daughter is planning to play field hockey next year. She tried several sports before she found one that fit her skill set. Ever since then, she's been participating with the 79ers here locally and also in San Diego. She's been coached by Coach Tiffany, Coach Mads, Coach Kristen, along with several of the other young ladies in this room. She has been preparing to play in high school this entire time. Taking this valued sport away is going to prevent many girls, not just my daughters, but many other girls in our own community from pursuing their dreams at the collegiate and even Olympic level. Their opportunities are going to vanish if you don't continue the sport in our community. This is not something that this board should facilitate. You should be promoting opportunities for women and not eradicating them. I strongly encourage the board to keep the field hockey program for the girls who are currently participating, as well as for the ones who have been training since they were young to participate when they enter high school.
I think just one last note. I know you have a very difficult job, very difficult, right? Flag football at the end of the day is something that we play in PE. It's something that we play recreationally. Thanksgiving, it's not a sport. It's a recreational activity. What you guys do is a sport, right? What you've built, the community that you built together, that's a sport. There's real value in that. Don't forget that, right? That's what you're here fighting for tonight. That's why we're here, to support you.
Followed by Coda.
Thank you to all of you guys for spending the time to be here. I'm a single mother of two, so I know how much time is worth and how valuable it is. And our daughters have been fighting every single day for the sport, with school, with homework, with reports, with crappy parents that are not happy and are exhausted because we live the sports life. And for us to not show up for them is not okay. And for you guys not to choose them is not okay. So I will devote as much time as I possibly can for these girls, because I was alone for many years, taking care of myself, taking care of my kids, and not knowing how to ask for help. And with Coach Brian and his family, he took us in and took my child as his own. They deserve this, and we're gonna keep fighting. So whether if this doesn't happen, we don't lose faith, and we're gonna keep fighting. So I just want to tell everybody, don't give up. We got this.
Hello, I'm Coda Maharaj. I'm a sophomore at Chaparral High School. That was my mom. Although I've only been playing field hockey for one season, it really has truly changed me. I came from sports such as tennis, MMA, and track, and these sports, as most know, are solo sports. With field hockey, I learned how to have a team, collaborate with others, and to talk to new groups. I may still be pretty shy, but I learned that not everyone knows what you are thinking and what you want unless you communicate. Although you may think that this sport is unneeded, it is very important to us players. It has changed me. By getting rid of the sport, you will be telling us that our sport, experiences, friendships, and money is worth nothing. On top of all of this, I myself have medical issues that affect my balance, coordination, and brain. As we know, field hockey is a largely running and down low sport. This sport has helped me deeply with all these issues. I don't struggle as much with simple tasks such as walking. I can run and coordinate a ball. I can do things I didn't think I'd ever be able to do. Removing the sport brings a risk of me having all these symptoms come back. So please reconsider for all of us. Thank you.
Okay, we are going to move on to board comments, and that is 3 minutes apiece, and we are going to begin with Dr. Komrosky.
Hi, everybody. Just wanted to, thank you. Just wanted to thank everybody for coming here, especially the students, your warriors and your fighters, and I heard your voice. One week, I'm just sitting there playing chess. The next week, all I can do is think about field hockey all week long because of those emails. I read all of them. I think I've responded to all of them. There might have been a few that slipped. I'm very proud of you for organizing and fighting for what you believe in. I heard your voice. I'm also proud of the parents for sticking up for your daughters. So with that, I'm going to come in and just say, these are the things that some of the things that I heard tonight that are highlights, and then I'm going to have my ask of the superintendent and the rest of the board. And I'm only one voice, but first thing I wanted to say is, to all the young women in here, you don't have to fight for your sport anymore. I'm going to fight for you and pull that burden off of you. Don't worry about fighting it. Let me fight. Some of the things I heard tonight and I loved was my jersey is number 28. We are of one voice. No sport should be sacrificed for others, especially a girls' sport. Amen? I feel like TVUSD doesn't care about me. That is really, really sad. The fact that we have to be here tonight on a school night to hear this is disgraceful. And one of our values is care. I just don't believe that the district showed that they cared when it felt like this sport was being steamrolled. So I'm your advocate. And I know it might have been an oversight for the district, but I just don't want that to happen again. Because we'll have this again. We don't want this again. We don't want to waste their precious time. So some of the other things I heard, heartstrings from Mrs. Madison Payne, my sister. When your sister was speaking on your behalf, or you were speaking on your sister's half, pulled on my heartstrings. I'm afraid you'll cut the sport. The things, 241% of the hard dedication to raise the money. They are fighters. I'd love to read off all these quotes because I wanted to, but I don't have enough time. Journey, when you said, I plead for you to keep this field hockey alive, how about alive and well? It's going to be one of my asks. I want it to flourish. Here's my ask. I want the girls' field hockey to continue indefinitely in TVUSD at Great Oak High School, Chaparral High School, and Temecula Valley High School for varsity, JV, and possible freshmen until the board decides otherwise. This also relates to the California Ed Code. Thank you to the young man who read it off. 35179. I won't read it. My second ask, I want the immediate reinstatement of Coach Jim Dale at Temecula Valley High School and Brian Carter at Chaparral High School tomorrow. Not next week, tomorrow. These girls need a coach because it's not just a community, it's family. I heard what you said through all the emails. I want an email marketing campaign sent to all the middle schools who lost that recruiting possibility at Chaparral High School and Temecula Valley High School and Great Oak High School because those coaches were fired a day before. That's shameful. I want more funding at these three schools. They've raised a lot of money. From what I know, it was $26,000 to keep these sports alive in a year. I think we can do that, and I want that to happen. Okay. Thank you, Emil, for allowing me the few extra seconds. I want to see a few hockey games coming up. Can't wait.
Wow. Thanks, Joe. From the time I got the first email from Coach Deal, I believe it was. Where are you? Right? I try to answer everyone. If I didn't get to your emails, I'm really sorry. I try to answer everyone. From the first email I got, I was opposed to canceling this program. I want all of you to know that. I heard what you had to say, some of the important words: teamwork, community, compassion, support, family, growth, gateway to college, leadership and friendship. I know how important this sport is to you young ladies. It is Women's History Month, and it would be a shame in Women's History Month if we denied you young ladies the opportunity to grow and to continue in your sport. And we will not let that happen. Thank you.
We see you, we appreciate you, we're fighting for you, and there's beauty in the struggle. And I have a different point of view about tonight. I don't see it as a waste of time because it's the journey that grows who you young ladies are. So to see your community come together and advocate and to encourage one another and to be on social media and to talk about your mission and to come to the mic tonight and talk, you've won. None of this was a waste of time because this is beautiful when we get together and say, what can we do to further our young women's lives and their sports and what they believe in? Never, never stop fighting for what you believe in. Women's sports and spaces have to be protected, they have to be fought for, and there's great joy in doing so. In fact, for me, a highlight of the month was driving down to Kit Carson and meeting up with Jim and talking to the parents and getting a hockey stick in my hand, looking like a dork. But it was so fun just to interact and learn more and take the time to see these beautiful people come together and play. And man, some of you girls got hit that day for what you believe in, and athletics gives you that opportunity. So thank you to the parents. Thank you to the coaches. It's been just an awesome thing, I think, for each board member here to be a part of it. And I also want to recognize our ADs and the people that perhaps made a decision that got lost. Sometimes in adulting, there's bureaucracy that goes, and it's not that you're not seen, but that's why we're here. And I think each one of us are for you. I believe that in each one here in this district, we are for you. We want to see you grow and learn and be passionate and be exactly who you're meant to be. So thank you for sharing tonight. I was so impressed with how articulate each of you are. I have been moved. So thank you.
Ladies, parents, community members, your passion for girls hockey is evident. Simultaneously maintaining high GPAs, stellar academic performance, and your dedication to the sport is impressive. You are worthy. I don't know who said that out there, but that's what I think it was you. You are worthy and you are powerful. And your sense of family is very evident, and I do not want to take that away. You have fought here valiantly and diplomatically, which is very important. I do want to make a comment from the prior board meeting, and you had all left, and there was a parent who made the statement, the success of the programs in our the success of our athletic programs at TVUSD is a result of the passion and hard work of both parents and coaches. And I'm new, but I came from the high school environment, so that was a really good reminder for me because since being here, I've been so focused on academics, and now this athletic issue has come before me. So parents, coaches, all of us working together is very important, and it's a reminder that I needed in order to move forward. And to the gentleman who asked for accountability, we are learning from our processes in all kinds of areas throughout the district. So I just want to let you know that I heard you. Okay, and with that, I would like to make a motion. I move to continue to offer girls hockey at TVUSD as we have done so historically. Do I have a second?
I have an edit to the motion. The reinstatement immediately of those two coaches, more funding for the program, a marketing campaign sent to the middle schools. I want a very specific motion, a robust stand for these young girls right here.
Are we on board with that? Okay. Okay.
Second.
Okay. All right. So I'm not sure what that means specifically, but I do hear you. Okay. And I think the superintendent hears you. Yeah, Lene will write it down. I got you. Okay, because I'm not sure what all of that means. It's for the superintendent and our business support services people to figure all of this out. But we are behind you. We've heard your voices. We're making this motion to bring this back as it has been done so historically.
Which means, of course, if there are players, there are coaches. So everyone will be back together again.
Exactly. Okay. So I have a second. Okay. Is there anyone here who is opposed? No. It doesn't look like it. Let's make it official. Okay, so let's call roll. Lene, go ahead and call the roll. Let's make it official.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So the motion passes 4-0. Okay. So now let's celebrate. I'm going to adjourn the meeting. Okay. So this meeting is adjourned. This meeting is adjourned today, Tuesday, March 10th at 7:56. Let's have cake and let's have a sandwich. Thank you, everybody.